I think the key for us going forward and maintaining is, it's all about your preparation, how you prepare Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and that's the thing we tried to really stress yesterday and today we'll stress hard is, it's all, you want to play well on Saturday, you got to prepare well. And, these guys have done a good job of that throughout this whole process. And so now it's, hey, boom, we're back on Monday. We've got a game on Saturday. So establishing that weekly schedule now is the task at hand. And, this game has been on my mind for a long time because, as I told the team yesterday, when you look at UT San Antonio and you look at Georgia State, had big wins in their first game, and the next week they lost to an NAIA school or a Division III school. So, our guys understanding that, hey, it's an everyday attack this day and handle today mentality has been a real point of emphasis for us.
I think just because we have such a good fan base that, just because the first game's over, the facts are that we did get a big win, and that just because the first game doesn't mean that we won't have momentum going in the second game. The facts are that we won, so we now have the winning momentum going into Saturday.
Shawan's coming in, and we got a veteran team coming back. They won 6 games last year and did well in their league. And so, we've impressed upon our guys, starting yesterday that we got a tough opponent coming in here. It's going to play extremely hard, and we're going to have to, maintain our intensity level and take care of our preparation for this week to make sure that we're ready on Saturday at noon to get ready to go. And because this team does have a lot of good players back, and once again, as we said last week, the biggest thing is they got old guys, and so that's going to be an every week thing for us is playing teams with some older players. So, but we're excited about the opportunity to come back out here and show what we can do again. Defensively, they're real big up front. And their defensive ends are real active. They'll remind you a little bit of the old Florida State Mickey Andrews defense with the wide nines, and they've got defensive ends, really, really good player, and so they'll create some problems for us. And then their offense, their quarterback, and they've got a real good wideout back who's all conference guy's a senior, and quarterback's a junior. So we'll see. Their offensive linemen, they got a couple of young guys in there. We'll see how they are when they come in, but they'll present some problems for you just because they are athletic guys, and once again, their defensive front is old and big. So that's a good thing if you're Shawan. They got some big guys that can pretty physical up front, and they'll get after you, and so they got a good football team.
It was about where I thought it would be. Me being a redshirt freshman coming in, I didn't really know what to expect. I mean, I knew what to expect from a coach's standpoint, what they've been coaching us to do. It was just good to get out there first game and get the feel of the game and just see how everything was going to go.
For me, the speed of the game wasn't all that different just because of the guy that I've been tackling for this past year, and that's Alan Barnwell. He's a pretty talented guy. But the physicality of it was the biggest difference just because, we don't want to go out here and hit our guys like that because, we're trying to get ready for this season. But, yeah, the speed of it wasn't the biggest difference for me.
After watching the film, I was really excited about how hard our guys played on all aspects of the game. You looked at how hard our defense played. We can clean some things up, and as you can every week, but they played really hard, and that's the one thing that we said going in is we get one chance to start and establish how we play, and now we have to continue that into this week.
That's the kind of mentality we have every day in practice. We have to be the anchor of this football team, and just the successes that we had, went out and executed our game plan, did what our coaches instructed us to do. We just work hard every day, just trying to get better each and every day because, like Micah said earlier, Campbell is in the past. We got to worry about Shawan now, and that's the mentality that me and my teammates just going into this week.
There is this, this big euphoria of, hey, we're here our first game, and everybody won. A lot of people came. San Antonio had almost 60,000 people at their first game. So to understand that, it's one game in the history of your school. I mean, we've won one game. So, we're looking for number 2. And so that's the task at hand. And, that's what we're impressing on our guys.